welcome to another episode of TokYo-Yo Reviews. I'm filming inside again because it was raining today. I don't want to fall behind in my videos, so today we'll be reviewing the YoYoFactory Space Cadet. So let's get started. Here is the YoYoFactory Space Cadet. Very nice design. Right off the bat, you're going to notice that this is a bimetal yo-yo from YoYoFactory. For the body shape here, you've got an organic H shape, I guess you'd call it. Very heavy rims here, as you can see, with the metal, which doesn't go all the way through. You can see it's a layer of metal on top. Very nice, soft H here. Very comfortable. The material is a aluminum body with a stainless steel rims, as is the case with most bimetals. The cup here, you can see it's a very nice design. The cup is very nice and smooth, and it has a little dimple in the center for your finger spins. And it's got this little spaceman here, which is very cute. And this yo-yo is extremely comfortable, very smooth to the touch. It's hard to describe. It's almost like a gloss, but it's not. And the look of this yo-yo is really nice. I'm not sure if you can notice it on camera here, but you can see yourself in these rims, which is really nice, even when it's spinning. It's a really neat effect. It's a really classy and polished looking yo-yo. In Japan, where I'm living, this is kind of considered an all-rounder. It's a very popular for a bimetal yo-yo. In fact, I've seen this used to win competitions before. Someone went up on stage with 3 of them. You're going to immediately feel this yo-yo is built for performance. It's very geared towards competition, geared towards performance, and you can feel that right away. As soon as you throw it, you can feel the difference between this and a mono-metal feel. This may be my most thrown yo-yo that I own. Of all the yo-yos I own, this might be the one I've used the most. The thing is really comfortable to hold. It just fits in your hand really comfortably. It's so ergonomic. Like, it just fits your hand perfectly. It really does. It just fits the groove. Like, you feel like you can really hold it tightly, and it just fits perfectly. This has a very snappy response. This uses the, I'm not sure if you can see here, but the red pads, which are very nice, very responsive. I actually prefer these on YoYoFactories. An interesting thing about this yo-yo is it feels very dense, and what I mean by that is it feels like there's a lot packed into a small space. Some people have kind of described it as boxy. I think it's very well contained. It doesn't have like these huge wings that flare out. It's very, very well shaped. It feels very solid, if that makes sense. There are other colors of this yo-yo, but this is a OG first run of the Space Cadet, and so there was black, silver, blue and silver, and red and silver, I believe. So I think that looks really nice, especially with your little spaceman there kind of floating around in space. It looks real nice. And I like how the design is pretty minimal. It does have like this little rim in here, you can see, I guess, for thumb grinds. And even though it has the engraving, it's clearly designed to perform and not, to get your finger in here and not to get in the way with a laser engraving or anything like that. And this thing is really good at finger spins, but it will take some skill to land them properly. If you're used to using a Skyva or something like that, they are a little bit easier. This takes a bit of skill. You gotta land your finger right in there, and you've gotta hold it pretty steady. If you move too much, or if you whip it and miss, you're gonna lose control pretty quick. But if you can land it, it will just spin and spin and spin, and it feels extremely comfortable. It feels like it's just gonna keep spinning and spinning and spinning forever. Where when you finger spin with a plastic yo-yo, a lot of times you can feel the spin kind of dying down over time. And with a lot of metals, especially with this one, you just feel it continue on and on and on. It's really nice to blast on this. I would have to say this is probably one of my favorite yo-yos. Not just because it's a bimetal, but because it just performs really well. It looks really nice. It's fun to play with. It's snappy. It has a snappy response, and it kind of does everything you need it to. It will finger grind, it will finger spin, um, it performs all your string tricks really well because it's bimetal. It is going to have really stable and longer spin times, so they say. And another thing I should mention, this is actually a platinum bearing, I believe, 8-ball. Nothing wrong with the original center track. I just had a platinum bearing that Spin Gear gave me because I spend a lot of money there, I guess. They're very nice. And I decided to put the platinum bearing in because I really like this yo-yo, so I didn't want to waste the bearing on something that I wasn't enjoying throwing. And this yo-yo is really smooth and it's really quiet, and part of that is from the bearing. So let's get into the pros of this yo-yo. Of course, that has the very nice bimetal look. It's very, very nice looking. Just the rims, the cup, everything about this just screams classy to me. It's very smooth, as I mentioned. It's very ergonomic. It's easy to hold. It's so comfortable to catch, so comfortable to play with. Just comfortable all around. Just really smooth, really nice feeling in the hand. Great finish, as I mentioned. I don't know what kind of blast this is in here or in the inside, but as you can probably see, it's got a little shine to it. It just looks really nice and it feels really great. And the response, as I mentioned, is snappy. Those red pads, really good. The cons of this yo-yo, not many, but the price may be a lot. Usually this retails for around $100. I got mine on sale because I got this at a competition that they were having in Japan here. And they were selling it for like 20 or 30% off or something, so I snagged it up because I'd wanted one for a long time. Another con, the finger spins take skill to hit. But I actually think that's good because it's not really a cheat. The dimple isn't that recessed, and so it forces you to be accurate. So I think it's good for finger spin training. And like I said, once you hit it, it feels really nice. And it makes this nice sound. You can probably hear that. Makes a nice sound when you hit it right. And this is a con for, I put down just in case, but for me it's actually a pro, but I'll put it down as a con just in case. But it does feel dense. As I said, when you get something with weight distribution that's pushed out a little more, it's a little wider, like a bigger shape, or like a kind of like the YoYoFactory edge, it feels a little bit spread out. This does feel more dense, and personally I like that because I kind of have bigger hands and I like to have something that's kind of feels a little chunky, comes back to you all. Woo. But yeah, guys, so that's my review of the YoYoFactory Space Cadet. I love this thing. I think it's probably one of my favorite bimetals. I've been enjoying throwing it these last few days. Putting the new bearing in really kind of gave it some new life, so I've been enjoying it quite a lot. And after practicing my finger spins, coming back to something like this with not as much of a cheat code dimple has been really nice to kind of feel like I'm leveling up a little bit. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, please. I appreciate everybody who's been watching. I've been getting a lot more views than I expected, and thank you. I hope these videos are helpful and informative, and I'll try to make them better every time. I'll also try to make them a little shorter. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.